What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, we've had an eventful morning. Holy, a lot going on, huh? Server merges, updates on characters, updates on weapons. I've got a good one for you. I got actually a good one, another update. So first off, shout out to Payneblade's mom. That's right, you didn't mishear me. Shout out to Payneblade's mom. First off, Nick, go to hell for naming yourself that. Number two, shout out to Nick, aka Sticky Minaj, aka Karangun, aka I've known you for way too long, you damn whale you. He decided to call himself Payneblade's mom. Now that goes back to Final Fantasy 14 when I got him into it, and he decided to make a character and just call it Payneblade's mom, and it's kind of stuck now. It's been stuck now for a couple years, and he's just been going with it. So whenever you see that gentleman by the name of Payneblade's mom, it's really not my mom. But anyway, shout out to him either way. He has given me some great news, and I want to share it with you guys because we all suffer from this. Unless you're a big time whale, then you probably don't care. You probably won't waste your time, but everyone else will care. So first off, the Solo Loving Arise Twitter page. I'm going to put this in the description, of course, of the video. Like I always do, right at the top. You guys can click it and go straight to it. If you look at the first post since we have been together for hashtag 100 days, some of us, thank you for being Solo Leveling Arise for 100 days in general. What about those who have not been here for 100 days or those who have been above 100 days? We should get something bonus. Bonus for being early access players. Celebrate the 100th day of Solo Leveling Arise with us. Mission and rewards. Now, I kind of wish they, spell checked, but M capital I, missions and rewards. So here's what we got to do. Pretty straightforward things, guys. Reach and has to be 10,000. Artifact enhancement chip 2 times 100. So we get ourselves some artifact. This was kind of stingy. For if I ever got 10,000 likes, I'd be like, I give you guys $100, right? These guys are like, I'll give you 100 chips, bro. I can farm these in like 3 minutes, legit, not joking. So that's a little stingy, but it gets a little bit better. At 20,000 likes, we get lucky skill rune chest times 10. That's really good. That's right, because that actually gives you an opportunity to get yourself some epic and some rares and some rune fragments. So that one I am totally okay with. As well as Hunters Association support chest times 10. I don't remember what that is. Somebody in the comment section, please remind me, because my old ass can't remember from up and down lately. So yeah, someone please remind me what this is. I don't recall what this, but whatever it is, it's times 10. So to get 2 of these times 10, and then on top of that, if we can get ourselves 30,000 likes, these guys are reaching for the sky, really aiming high here. We get ourselves 1 million gold, $1 million. It's not that much, really. Again, I think most of us is kind of clear through the first million they gave us in a day. But hey, it's $1 million. I'll take it, right? That's less farming for me to do. Now, the event period starts 8:15, which is tomorrow. So it actually starts today, technically, at reset for Korea time, and it goes on to the 26th. Leave likes and replies to the event post. You can actually start doing it now. Like you guys can see here, I put a like. I got to put in a post, and we're good to go. So that will be what we're going to get going here, guys. So we need to do an accumulation of 30,000 in total. So we've got 788 comments. One seems a little low for the amount of likes, but yay, 100 days. There we go. That's my reply. Met Marble must really hate me right now. I've just been the most rebellious content creator, period. Outside of Zaf telling people that he enjoyed getting his nuts kicked and his face splashed, whatever the hell he said in his video about the merch. I was so disappointed by that. I was like, dude, don't talk about your sexual wants and needs in a video about merging servers. Like, what is this craziness? This wasn't even what it was about. So go in here, guys. Go like this. Go subscribe. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the servers and the merge and everything else real quick, because I think it's important to kind of have a chance to kind of think about everything and then talk to you guys with a clear mind. Okay. So one thing I noticed is this part. All right. This kind of stood out to me a little bit when I was reading it originally, then I thought about it some more, and I was like, what exactly are they referring to? So they here say server merges will be carried out on servers that were created during early access. Pretty straightforward there, right? This is the part that's interesting, though. Server merges will be carried out with the similar groups based on Hunter's progression on each server. Now, this one here was very interesting. It's worded in a way that makes it sound that each individual person on said server will be grouped in a specific new merge server based on their progression. Now, what progression means is the key word. That's the one I want to know about. Because progression can mean a lot of different things, right? Progression can mean the way you are in terms of your overall battle tier. Progression can mean based off of your trophies, right? So how many trophies you have here and where you currently rank. Progression can mean how much of this actual story mode you've completed, or your profile, how much of the Battlefield of Trials you've completed, power of destruction damage, WOBL, etc. There is so much that this could mean. And it's very, very black and white right now in terms of what they plan to do and where they want to go with this. I think it's a very, very interesting way of wording this, and they need to definitely add a little bit more context behind what people need to expect and what people need to prepare themselves for, right? So I just want to kind of play a little bit, wordplay here, kind of just figure out what they're kind of talking about. This could just simply mean, hey, you know what? Based on these server rankings that we have right here, that's where you're going to end up no matter what happens. Like it could be as simple as that, right? So the entire server list, by the way, is here. And if people are wondering how it goes, it's going to go like this. Server merge 13, for example, is going to have 3, 6, 8, and 13. 461 is going to have 427, 431, 451, etc. Now, like if you look at this, for example, if you don't know what server you're on, or if you're early access, first off, if you're early access, you played before global. That's the easiest way to tell if you are. Most of you guys are going to be on global servers because early access was limited to a certain amount of players, and a lot of us are on the early side of things. Like, for example, I think mine's on 33 on my main account. So let's just see, where's 33 at? Right, I got to find 33. So 33 right here. So I'm going to be 26, 30, 33, 34. I think this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to be on 34. So that's where we're going to end up. Okay, so like that's where that one's going to be. But if you look down here, like for example, this account, my free-to-play account, this account is on server 1565. So that is not on this list, right? If you go back to the list again, it stops at around 1000 or 895. There you go, 895. Okay, so you guys can see we haven't been affected yet, but it does state here that the server merge for global will also happen eventually. This is inevitable, guys. So I know a lot of people are upset. I get it. I totally understand why. You got to be more sweaty now, and nobody wants to be more sweaty. Sweat feels awful, right? You got to try harder now. You got to compete more. I get that. A lot of you guys are actually taking this pretty well, though. Some of you guys were really upset. Some of you guys are taking it really well. So I'm glad to see there is some positivity here, but then there's obviously the negative side of things where people just are tired of competing as much, don't want to lose their number one spot. Free-to-plays feel like they're never going to be top 10 anymore. Here's the real truth, guys, and let's just be honest about this. This change and the game is going to lose players. So your server is still going to eventually die out because all new players coming in for season 2 of the game, of the anime, for Steam release, they're not going to be on your merge servers. They're going to be on their own servers, brand new ones, and you won't have to worry about it. Eventually, this game from the older servers will die down, and eventually they may do another merger. Again, it's just part of the business, right? So don't fret too much yet. I don't think it's worth all the hassle and headaches. I said it's a double-edged sword. I meant it. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world. This is a very normal practice and gacha, just not this early. I'm just surprised it's doing this early. So you guys in global, like my account in global, might not see this for quite some time, right? Early access makes sense. A lot of early access players have left or started brand new accounts like myself. And maybe it's just that empty for early access players. So it doesn't hurt really too much. But just remember, there is, of course, the downside where you have to compete more. But eventually, people will quit, and now those servers will be quiet again. And you will, if you stay around, will eventually get your number one spot back, right? If you are number one. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you guys go and check out the Twitter page. Go subscribe. Not subscribe. I mean, go follow, sure. But most importantly, go like and go set a reply. Let's try to get this number because I do want this gold and I want these chests and I want to remember what the hell a Hunter Association support chest is. But either way, I think this one gives you ruins and this one gives you blessings. I could be wrong, but either way, go get it done. All right? Thank you guys. See you in the next one. Take care.